This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. These days, it feels like there's advice for everything: cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. How do you know what actually works for you? With the internet and information overload about mental health and wellness, it can be a struggle to know what's true and what actions to take. Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can get you personalized recommendations and help you break through the noise. You listen to Ratchet and Respectable faithfully, so you know I am a huge advocate of therapy, real therapy with like actual professionals who have degrees and such. So you might be thinking, I mean, I could just type it into. No, that's not therapy, friend. You need to talk to somebody, a professional, a real person. With over 30,000 therapists, real people, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works with an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5, based on over 1.7 million client reviews. It's convenient too. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, you can switch therapists, a real live person, at any time. I love how easy BetterHelp makes it to access therapy with a real professional, a human, not an app, trained in professional help. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of experience. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/ratchet. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/ratchet. You're doing everything right. Working out, eating clean, staying committed. But the scale just won't budge. It's frustrating and honestly exhausting. But that's exactly where Hers can help. Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to affordable weight loss treatment plans. They connect you with a medical provider who will work with you to determine the best treatment option for you. If prescribed, you get medication as part of a doctor-developed weight loss program, complete with ongoing care, check-ins, dosage, and medication adjustments, and 24/7 online support at no additional cost. No hidden fees and no membership fees. Weight loss by Hers is realistic, not restrictive, and my favorite part, affordable. Hers provides access to both oral medication kits and GLP-1 injection options, with oral medication kits starting at just $69 per month with a 10-month plan when paid upfront. Plus, your personalized treatment ships for free directly to your door. So, if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time to find the best option that works for you through Hers. I love how easy Hers makes it to access help with weight loss. Start your free online visit today for hers.com/ratchet. That's FORHERS.com/ratchet for your personalized weight loss treatment options. Forhers.com/ratchet. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not approved or reviewed for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for full details, important safety information, and restrictions. Actual price depends on product and plan purchased.
Anybody who owns a home knows how much work it takes. Luckily, Angie has been connecting homeowners with skilled pros for 30 years, and they've made it easier than ever to tackle home projects. Angie's nationwide network has experts in over 50 categories, from plumbing and landscaping to roofing and remodels. You can easily read reviews, see photos of past work, and request and compare quotes to find your best price. Join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to get the job done well. Download the free Angie app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and those who don't identify as either, you are listening to Ratchet and Respectable. We're a little late, and there's, black women will understand. I've had faux locks since April. The 9th of August would be 4 full months with this hair in my head. And it looked good, in my opinion, until not even until a week. I was fine with the hair on Sunday. And then I woke up Monday morning and was like, I need to get this hair out of my head. And I was like, no, 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 let's just wait. I'm going to Martha's Vineyard next week. Last year when I was there, I had my fro out and there's humidity. My curls just looked like a mess. It was a full Angela Davis situation. And I didn't have products with me. I ended up pulling it back into a ponytail. I hated my hair the entire 2 weeks I was there. In my head, I was like, you know what? Thug it out. Keep the hair until after the vineyard, and then you don't have to deal with your hair while you're there. Then you could take it out and you could rock free hair the rest of the summer, or at least until summer. Okay, you could rock the free hair until you get on a plane to go back to Ghana or South Africa. Actually, I think is first. We'll get to that in a second. In November, this was the logic. I woke up Tuesday and was like, I got to get this hair out my head. I'm open to even shaving my head, but this hair absolutely must come out. So usually I record on Tuesdays, and my thought process was the episode is already taped. The interview is already done. It's me and LeToya Luckett. She's on Divorced Sistas. Keep it a buck because it's a Tyler Perry production. I was like, you know what? This might not be the content for me. I saw a clip of Divorced Sisters with LeToya sitting in the car and refusing to get out. And I was like, oh, sis is acting. There might be something to this. So I started watching the show. And I was like, oh, I need to get this lady on the phone. We need to talk. I thought we were just going to talk about the show. We were going to talk about some projects. We started talking about like divorce. Somehow she ended up interviewing me. I need to re-listen to this interview again before I air it because I was like, am I telling too much business? We started talking about divorce and then dating after divorce and then like the list women make of men and like what's on our list. It got real interesting. And I was like, you know what? I'm talking to this lady because, you know, I see her on TV. So I feel like, oh, you know, like I know her. She's like a friend in my head. So I'm like talking all free. And I was like, can I air this? That's not the point. The point is the interview was done. So I was like, oh, okay, all I got to do is edit the interview. I'll have plenty of time after I take my hair out because how long could it possibly take? It's looked longer to take the hair out than it did to get the hair in. As God is my witness, I'm lying right now. I am never getting faux locks again. I love the look. I love the breeziness of it because I go days without combing my hair and it's supposed to look a little disheveled. So it works. Getting this out of my hair, it took like 8 hours yesterday. And then I went to bed at 2 a.m. and got up today at like, I don't know, 8. And then took like 4 more hours worth of hair out of my head. I stepped on the scale last night before I started taking the faux locks out, right? I got half of it out of my head. And then I stepped on the scale again. And I was 1.5 pounds lighter. I ain't do nothing but take this hair out of my head. And then after I got all the hair out of my head, and this is also after like a good night's sleep and no food, and then took the rest of the hair out of my head, I am 3 pounds lighter after taking this hair out of my head and having a good night's sleep. I thought I was gaining weight. I done put too much hair in my head. Oh my God. It took forever to get this hair out of my head. And then I get the hair out of my head and then have like a complete meltdown because like my nails hurt. I have acrylics on my fingers, on my thumbs and my index fingers because I got to like unbraid the hair that was braided to wrap the lock around. Like they're sore. I stabbed myself with a tweezer because I tried not to use scissors because like last time I had faux locks, I cut out like a little chunk of my hair that was really way close to my edge. Like it's one row back. You can't see it now, but at the time, the braider who did my hair after I cut it, and then also my hairdresser when she went to trim my ends was like, what is this? what is this? They were so disgusted. I cut another chunk yesterday. It's in the back though. You'll never notice because I have a ton of hair. I look like, is it Scar? Is Scar the evil? No. I'm not going to put that on myself. People think I'm a villain already. I'm not going to identify with the evil lion. What's the lion from Madagascar? The gentrified lion who didn't really know he was a lion? I can't remember his name. It was like a white person name. And I was like, sir, you're a lion from like sub-Saharan Africa. Like, why do you have a white person name? It's like Bobby? I don't remember the lion's name. The point is, my hair looks like that lion's mane. Like, it is sitting on top of my head. And I texted my hairdresser and I was like, hey, like, if you have any availability, because, like, I can't. Like, just the idea of, I combed through my hair after I took the braids out to get, like, all the loose hair. So if I ever have to wash it, I won't get, like, all knots and tangles. My arm hurt just from that alone. And I was like, I'm not doing this hair. I know I do this every time I take my hair out. I'm not doing my hair. It's going to sit right on top of my head, filthy. Like, I washed it while I had the faux locks in it. Like, I washed it on a regular basis. The workout sweat. And then when I went away, when I was gone when I was island hopping, I thought I got the sand out of my hair because I washed it twice and it didn't appear to be sandy. And then once I started cutting into my locks, like it was like a pile of sand in the sink. And I was like, oh my God. But I'm about to walk around with this sandy, dirty. It's not going to be musty because I spray astringent in it to keep it from stinking. I know people are like, oh my God, you can't spray your hair with that. It's alcohol. It dries it out. You want it to stink? Because what I'm not going to do is wash it. So this is why the podcast is late, because I had to take my hair out and then I had a meltdown after I took my hair out. And then I had to call around to see like who could wash my hair, to which my stylist was like, I'm available on Tuesday. And I was like, I'm on a flight on Tuesday. That's not a complaint. That's me acknowledging that I hit like a busy, booked, and blessed. Hey, Kayla, happy belated birthday. I hit her up last minute and, I believe I'm her favorite client. Like, she loves me more than she loves others. She treats me like that. She makes me feel very special. But also, she can't fit me in until Tuesday and I can't make it. So, like, I don't know what this hair going to show up on the vineyard looking like. I was trying to look like respectable black, but we may get a different version. I don't know. I sat here and thought about, you know what? Maybe I should just get a perm. That's not the point. None of this is the point. The point is my hair is standing on top of my head and I look crazy. So if you see me, pretend you didn't. Understand that I'm going through hair-ish, and then that's just where we are. That's just where we are. Also, we have updates. We have a bit of housekeeping. See Some World, I released the 2026 countries along with the dates. There are 6 trips for 2026, which is literally more than we've done combined. But 6 trips in 3 different cities. Marrakesh is the new city, and then also Cape Town, and then also Ghana. So 2 each of those. There's a spring set, and then there's a fall set. I'm going to tell you the dates. I've also posted it on social media, but I know a bunch of people listen to the podcast but don't follow on social, which is fine. February 3rd to 10th is Marrakesh. There's a contemporary African art fair that I went to when I was in Marrakesh, I think 2 years ago, 2023. Yes, I loved it. There's global blackness happening in Marrakesh that week, so it's a really good time. So February 3rd to 10th, if you got a boo, you're not bringing him or her with somebody who doesn't identify as either with you, you'll be back in time for Valentine's Day, so you're good. And then March 5th through 14th in Cape Town. If you're like, hey, that sounds like a really long time, because it is. The Cape Town trips are 9 to 10 days because there's so much to see. Wineries, and then we got to go to mountaintops. Then we got to get on a boat to go to another island. And then there's like a yacht involved. There are lions, elephants, maybe some rhinos. There's a lot going on. And then we also do like long leisurely brunches and spa days. There's actually a lot going on for everything, because Marrakesh, we got to go out to the desert and like ride camels. Stay with me. April 2nd to 9th, that's Accra for Easter. That's Accra for Easter. I mean, it's a historical trip, and it's brunching and spas and braids. It's also a turn-up trip. Okay, so that's spring. And then fast forward to, well, not sort of fall, end of summer, August 20th to 27th, that's Accra again. October 22nd to 29th, that's Marrakesh once again. Marrakesh has some of the best. It's textile heaven. I am so excited to go to Marrakesh. I need ish for this house. I need rugs. I need pillows. I need textiles. I need curtains. I need all sorts of things. I need towels. Marrakesh got good towels. We might have to do just like a straight up home decor day. Okay, November 25th to December 4th is Cape Town for Thanksgiving. I love all the trips. I personally am biased for the Thanksgiving trip. I like to do like a big blowout. I treat Thanksgiving like it's my personal birthday celebration, not in the sense that I make it all about me, but in the sense that I make a really, really big deal out of it when I'm abroad. So those are the trips. I posted it on my social media. The trips go on sale on August 14th. All 6 of them. So all of the trips for 2026 are going on sale on August 14th. We're going to try a new launch this time. We're going to put everything on my website, DemetriaLLucas.com. I will give you more information over the course of the next couple weeks. People be emailing me, how much do the trips cost? The trip cost will be available at purchase. This is me telling you right now, these are luxury trips. I am not selling you cures for any disease. I am not selling you any essentials for your life. I am not selling you housing. I am not selling you water. Not even a little bit. This is a large bit of luxury. This is a splurge. This is hopefully not a once in a lifetime thing because I don't want you to do this once and never do it again. I want you to have lux in your life on a regular basis, but it does cost. I try to give people the experience of everything that I post when I travel and also the things that I talk about on here. I mean, the good stuff, not the crazy stuff. The really out of this world things that blow my mind experiences that I have. And I like to share them. And in conjunction with KLA, we curate and we bring all of my experiences to life in a group settings. We aim to please and impress. We judge our success by the gasps and the mouths hanging open and the tears of joy and like the big hugs when everybody leaves. Like we know that we've done a good job. That's one part of housekeeping. And then our other part of housekeeping, a couple episodes ago, we talked about Essence, not in the episode with Michael Barclay. There was an episode after that, which we also talked about Essence again. And we talked about the Essence CEO who did not work for the festival, Caroline Wenger, who was being blamed for what happened at the festival. And literally, the lady ain't been in the office in over a year. She'd been on leave since after the festival last year. She had nothing to do with this festival, but she was getting hit really, really hard online. And so in recapping what's happening online, I talked about how people were speaking about her ethnicity, and then people had gone and pulled up personal ish about her. And there was a picture circulating, and it was Caroline, it was a white lady, and there were two children in the picture. And the speculation was that this was Caroline's wife and that these were their children. It is, in fact, not Caroline's wife, and those are not her children. The white lady in the picture, her children. Caroline, so I've heard, is the auntie to the children. Those are not her children. I was informed that Caroline is not in the life. She's not part of the community. I don't put any judgment on whether folks are lesbian, gay, queer, however folks want to describe. I repeated on the podcast what the rumors were online, and I didn't clarify that I didn't know who that lady was in the picture. I just saw the picture and what people were saying about it. But I'm clarifying now. That ain't that lady wife. And that lady, to my knowledge, does not date ladies. Last but not least, you hear me struggling. I don't have words, proper words, to put together to talk about the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner, the death of Malcolm Jamal Warner. He drowned in, I think it was Costa Rica. He was swimming with his daughter, and they got caught in a riptide. From what I read, he was trying to rescue his daughter. People saw them struggling in the water, drowning essentially, and rushed in to help them. Someone was able to rescue the daughter. She's okay, physically at least. And then the person who went to rescue him ended up needing medical care. And I think somebody had to go rescue both of them. And then obviously Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away. My friend David sent me the TMZ story maybe like 2 minutes after it went up. And I saw it and like my mouth dropped. Theo. I know he went and did so much more with his life than just Theo. Like he has Grammys. He was a father. He was a husband. He was a grown-ass man with the grown life experiences of a grown-ass man. And as an actor who's been steadily working since he was a teenager, I guess, when we met him on Cosby. It's just, you see I'm struggling. I'm the same age as Rudy was, Keisha Knight Pullum, on the show. So that was a character that I always identified with. I'm an only child. My mother told me, like, I never once asked for siblings. Every once in a while, I would want to be like friends with Rudy, or I thought it would be fun to have like Vanessa and Sandra never did anything for me, but Denise and Theo, like it'd be fun to have them as a sibling every now and again. It was just like a passing sort of thing. That's how I feel about Malcolm Jamal Warner. Like he's just like a family member. Like literally, we watched this man grow up. What I'm trying to say is, I can't believe he's gone. It's incredibly sad. I'm not gonna cry. I've cried about it already. It's been like a week. Like for the first 2 days after his passing, I would just drive around and be like, I can't believe he's dead. The last person I did that with, my king, Chadwick Boseman. Sidebar. I was dating this guy who I'd known since college. And we were on the phone. And one of my friends texted me, I think it was a TMZ story, announcing Chadwick Boseman's death. I was on speaker, so I saw the text pop up on my phone, and I gasped. And the guy said, what's wrong? I said, Chadwick Boseman died. And he said, he sounded so annoyed. He said, did you know him? I was like, Chadwick Boseman from like Black Panther Chadwick Boseman. Like, get on up. Thurgood Marshall, like Jackie Robinson, like Chadwick motherfucking Boseman, nigga. And he was just like, so you didn't know him. And I was like, what? And he was like, because we were like just mid conversation and I didn't know that you were like checking your text. And I was like, I wasn't checking my text. So you can hear that I'm on speaker. I saw it pop up and he was like, yeah, but we're mid conversation. And he was like, and then like, you're having this conversation about like some other dude dying, like you knew him or something. And I was like, you can't be this insecure. You can't be. But he was. We weren't in a relationship, but I think like all that shit came to an end within 72 hours. Like I was like, you just lack basic compassion and yeah, no, I really liked him too. I had a crush on him in college, but whatever. That's not the point. The point is, I haven't been upset about anybody passing since Chadwick Boseman, and that hurt, and this hurts too. And I just can't believe he's gone. Oh, I am about to cry. Keisha Knight Pulliam, Rudy. What's her new last name? Because she married. I don't want to be disrespectful. She's a married lady. She posted about Malcolm Jamal Warner. She posted a video, and the caption was, oh, I so lied about crying. She said, I lost my big brother, but I gained an angel. When I tell you I lost it. People all across social media have been pouring out about what he meant to them. Fans, people who watched his work, but also people who knew him. People just have said these glowing, amazing things about him. And it's just a reminder to me, live your life in a way that when you go, people are sad that you've gone, that people miss you, that you've lived your life in a way that people have positive things to say about you. I think about that very often with our current American leader and how people literally sit online and wish, like, Luigi, where's Mario? People literally wish for that man to die. Like he was diagnosed with something the other day and people were like, it's coming. The big one's coming. Just wait, y'all. Just wait. It's almost here. Like I can't believe he's gone. May he rest in peace. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. These days, it feels like there's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. How do you know what actually works for you? With the internet and information overload about mental health and wellness, it can be a struggle to know what's true and what actions to take. Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can get you personalized recommendations and help you break through the noise. You listen to Ratchet and Respectable faithfully, so you know I am a huge advocate of therapy, real therapy with like actual professionals who have degrees and such. So you might be thinking, I mean, I could just type it into, no, that's not therapy, friend. You need to talk to somebody, a professional, a real person. With over 30,000 therapists, real people, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works with an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5, based on over 1.7 million client reviews. It's convenient, too. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, you can switch therapists, a real live person, at any time. I love how easy BetterHelp makes it to access therapy with a real professional, a human, not an app, trained in professional help. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of experience. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/ratchet. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/ratchet. You're doing everything right. Working out, eating clean, staying committed. But the scale just won't budge. It's frustrating and honestly exhausting. But that's exactly where Hers can help. Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to affordable weight loss treatment plans. They connect you with a medical provider who will work with you to determine the best treatment option for you. If prescribed, you get medication as part of a doctor-developed weight loss program, complete with ongoing care, check-ins, dosage, and medication adjustments, and 24/7 online support at no additional cost. No hidden fees and no membership fees. Weight loss by Hers is realistic, not restrictive. And my favorite part, affordable. Hers provides access to both oral medication kits and GLP-1 injection options, with oral medication kits starting at just $69 per month with a 10-month plan when paid upfront. Plus, your personalized treatment ships for free directly to your door. So, if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time to find the best option that works for you through Hers. I love how easy Hers makes it to access help with weight loss. Start your free online visit today for hers.com/ratchet. That's FORHERS.com/ratchet for your personalized weight loss treatment options. Forhers.com/ratchet. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not approved or reviewed for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for full details, important safety information, and restrictions. Actual price depends on product and plan purchased. So this interview happened. This is what I was talking about earlier in the episode. I was scrolling online the other day, and I kept seeing this scene with LeToya Luckett. LeToya Luckett has a role on Divorced Sisters, the leading role. And her husband on the show is Devon Franklin, who's also very publicly divorced. In the scene, that there was a clip everywhere of LeToya Luckett, I think, had slept in the car all night. She and her husband had gone somewhere. They'd gone back home. He got out the car and didn't come open his wife's door. So she sat in the car all night. The scene is him coming in the car the next day, and he's like, "You sat in here all night?" And she was like, "Yeah, because you didn't open my door." And he was like, "You're making more of a big deal of this than it is." And she was like, "No, I'm not." LeToya was acting her ass off. So it made me go watch the show, and I was like, yo. So one of my friends, one of my real, real, real good friends, works on the show. And I was like, hey, I need a favor. Like, I need LeToya Luckett. So he was like, she's headed to Toronto. She's shooting something else. And I got some info on that too. But I was like, yeah, so when is she available? Because I could be available. And he was like, I mean, can you do like tomorrow? And I was like, yes, I can. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome LeToya Luckett to Ratchet and Respectable.
Hello.
Hey, baby, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm so excited to be on the phone with you. We have friends in common. Your Christy and your Valicia are also my Christy and my Valicia.
Oh my gosh. Now I need to call them and hug them and do all the things.
All the things, right? All the things.
Yes.
And I was like, we probably should have like met like a while ago because they talk about you. And I'm just like, I feel like I know you because like they talk about you like, like sister circle things. And I was like, oh,
no, very much so. Those are my girls.
Yeah, same.
Girls.
Same. So at some point we'll end up in the same room, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
But until such time, I have you on Instagram, and girl, you were up and down my feed. Was it earlier this week and last week? There was a scene on your new show, Divorced Sisters. You wouldn't get out the car. You slept in the car.
Yes, it was a whole new level of petty.
Mm-hmm. I feel like people who've been in long-term relationships, people who even married, divorced especially, at one point you just hit a wall. Like enough is just enough. You can't take it no more. And he's like, you mad because I didn't open the door? Yes.
It's more than just a door.
It's more than just the door. But girl, you acted. Like you did your good work. And I was like, well, now I gotta go watch this show.
Thank you. No, that was, man. First of all, this whole series is just, there's so many moments that, hit close to home.
Mm-hmm.
Not even so much of things that I've been through, but I know like my friends, family. And that's one thing I love about the series is it is very realistic. I love going to the comments, even though it can be a dangerous place sometimes.
It can.
But I love going to the comments and seeing like how relatable, people feel the show is. Like, I went through that same situation, and yes, I would have done the same thing because my husband, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is some good TV.
It is.
This is some good TV when it really can pull on people's heartstrings and people, it's familiar to them because they've seen it or they've been through or experienced it for themselves.
I am also divorced, so I had no intention of watching, and I was like, I want to support the Black people. I have my BET Plus subscription, so I'm doing my part already. But I was like, I don't know if I can watch this because I don't know. I don't want to be triggered by certain things. Triggered. And then I saw your piece. I saw your piece. See, that's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it acting like your nomination ready.
Come on, Jesus.
But I saw that clip and I was like, now she's gonna make me go watch this daggone show. Did
Come
you
on.
have any trepidation about signing up for this kind of show? Because, you've had ups and downs like we all have. Did you feel like it could trigger? Or were you like, well, let it trigger, it goes where it goes, and that's where the acting takes me?
I think that there's, for the most part, there is healing in some triggering. Like
Okay.
when you acknowledge that, okay, ooh, that stung a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That means, okay, maybe this wound is still open. Let's get some therapy. Let's get into it. I don't care if we got to do a deep dive. Like if something is still triggering me, then I feel like there's a little bit more work to do. And I felt
Mm.
like regardless of, you know, what happens to my character in the series or just the series being called Divorced Sisters, I wasn't gonna let that stop me from an opportunity like this because I feel those stories need to be told anyway. And because I've experienced divorced, I'm like, well, shoot, this would be helpful to me. It's almost the same thing as like, and I've heard Mary J. Blige say this before, but like, it's therapy when you sing songs that you can relate to. It's therapeutic when you can sing about things that you've been through and you see the crowd receive because it's relatable to them, they get it, and you don't feel alone in whatever that thing is that you're going through. And I think when people watch these shows, it gives them an opportunity to feel seen. I think even through through prayer, even through playing the role, even when I had moments where I was triggered, and there was some triggering moments in the car, and I think y'all saw that. Um, I was like, I'm not gonna let this defeat me. This is honestly my way of winning over this. This is my way of taking control of my emotions, my feelings, and being aware that yes, this is real. The emotions that I'm feeling are real, but I've got some control of them. I got the
Mhm.
reins in this situation.
What can people expect from this show? So the folks that haven't tuned in yet, the folks who have not yet gotten into BET Plus and not yet watched the show, what can they expect from this? Like, I know it's a wild ride, but like, how wild on a scale of
Mhm.
1 to 10 would
Oh,
you
child,
say?
that's wild. I'm give it an 11. Okay. And if you haven't got your subscriptions yet, then what are you waiting for?
Yeah,
What are you waiting
I keep
for?
I keep it for Martin.
I think, like you said, people can expect a wild ride that is going to take you on this wild roller coaster. But I just feel like it's all the things. It's obviously it's drama.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your drama. You're gonna get your comedy. And it's a little bit of. I thought it was gonna be more funny than it was. Now watching it play out, because we were having so much fun on set. But you do get your comedic beats. You're gonna cry a little bit. You're gonna call your therapist afterwards. You're gonna call your girlfriends. You might even make like a little TikTok about it because this show will have you in your feelings. And I think that the title stuck out so much to people because it was like, wait a minute, why is this just about divorce? It's not about divorce. It's not just about divorce. It's about people having real experiences in relationships. Whether you're married, some of us are married and some of us aren't. I think Mr. Perry was very brilliant in naming the show Divorced Sisters because it got people's attention. And also people thought it was a reality show. Can we get on that?
That's
I was
hilarious.
like, how did y'all think this was? Y'all know I just got married. Kadeen is in a happy marriage. No, this is not a reality show. This is a scripted series that is going to take you on the ride of your life.
And the sisterhood. Can we talk about the sisterhood in it too? That's what
Definitely.
got me through.
Yes. I've been blessed. I have a great friend group, and I feel like they are family. Of course, God chooses your mom and your dad and your brothers and your sisters, but you choose your friends.
Yeah.
And I have chosen well. I got to say this. So to be able to experience love on that level from wonderful friends, I'm so glad that this show like really portrays women like being and showing up for each other. They don't have to be petty about everything. It's not a crab in a barrel situation. Oh, I'm jealous because this girl is doing it. No, it's more so like women coming together, making sure that they're holding each other accountable, showing up for each other, loving each other through the good and the bad, the traumatic situations. Like, it's all about the connection that you feel or that you see that these 5 women have. And I feel like it's rare. In today's world, sometimes it's not as easy to find those connections. It's kind of a relief to know that it can happen. It can still exist. And this is what it looks like through the good, bad, and ugly.
What are your signs when you know it's time to go? I can't do this no more. I need
Like in
out.
real life?
In real life. Yeah, tell me in real life.
I mean, I didn't learn to listen to my gut, sis.
Girl.
Yeah. And I think the older you get, the more that you live, you learn to trust yourself a bit more. And when what I call the Holy Spirit tells you, okay, or nudges you like, this don't feel right, I think you should take heed. And a lot of us, when we do get those red flags, we think that they're yellow, green, and every other color in the crayon box, except for what they really are. Also, I feel like my time is valuable. Why waste it? Now, in a marriage, it's a little different because you don't want to just throw something away. You want to make sure that you've done the work, you've done your best, you've given your all, you've had the hard conversations, and especially when children are involved, that makes it even more touchy. I wouldn't just say that's the first option to go to. Like, okay, I'm just going to flee and F it all. But I do believe in trusting your gut. The sigh,
Mm-hmm.
that was my answer.
Yeah. People ask me, because I've very publicly talked about going through a divorce, and I'm just sort of like, when you know.
You do?
You know when to keep pushing, and you know when, you know what, that's enough, and it's time.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not always received
No.
by all parties involved. But
No.
I mean, that's where I think the prayer, the strength, and also, hold on, you got to make sure that you're talking to the right people. Because there are some times when you have people who have never been married, so they don't know the experience. They don't even know. They just like, okay, I'm gonna treat it as a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, and it's very different. Girlfriend and boyfriend relationships are very
Very.
different than marriage. Then you have people who have been married but haven't, they're still bitter from their marriage not working out. And so they're only gonna give you the bad side of things. And their advice most of the time is, misery loves company. They're not gonna tell you to work through it because they still over here hurting because they haven't done the work to heal. So I would just be careful about who you decide to counsel with before you make a big decision like that. And make sure you pray. Like pray, hear from God, get still before you take that leap. Because it's a bit,
Yeah.
oh baby, is it a leap? It's a
Yeah.
leap.
I had stopped drinking, got still, stopped traveling, literally tried to be as still as possible and hear what God, the universe, but just try to get still because I knew it was like a big, big decision
Yeah.
to stay
Yeah.
or to go. Either way, like it's life altering.
Yes. And some people make that decision under the influence,
Yep.
whether that be of alcohol or under the influence of others.
Yeah.
And it can't be that.
Yeah.
This is a decision that you got to really go to God about. And like you said, like everything else has to go away. You really have to just sit down, get still, and hear from God on whether this is the right move. Even when that happens, even when you feel the peace, that still don't make it easy.
There's no easy out for that kind of decision.
Mm-mm.
Let me ask you this. One of my friends, I told her I was interviewing you, and she said, ask her about moving on because she keep a man. Said, what's the secret to moving on? Because I be stuck over here. She keep it moving. I was like, well, I'll ask. I will ask on your behalf.
Oh, friend. Well, I will say, first of all, shout out to my amazing husband, Leo Coles, who is just a light. God, he's a godsend. I did my work, sis. Like, I really got into therapy. I wanted to make sure that I was fully healed. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't bringing baggage into any new experiences, any new relationships. I gave myself a minute. Like, I didn't really go out there and date like that. Luckily, I was introduced to my husband by a mutual friend. And I'm not talking about like a friend I met last month. I'm talking about like 15 years friends with her. He had been friends with her for like 15, somewhere between 15 and 20 years. So she knew both of us very, very well. And honestly, didn't want to even connect us because she was like, y'all my two friends that just love so bad. And this either going to be a train wreck or it's going to really, really, really work out. And so
Be optimistic. It might really, really, really work out.
and did. Okay. So I think that making sure you are ready and completely disconnected from that other situation. And when I say not just not talking to the person, because sometimes there's a co-parenting situation, but like really, really removing all of those like feelings, those past hurts from that other situation. Like don't bring that into the new thing. And don't always compare, because that's another thing, especially when we've been traumatized in a relationship. When we're in the dating process, we trying to make sure that this new person that ain't nothing like the last person, because we don't want to get hurt again. Stop allowing that past relationship to be what you compare everybody that you might be dating to. Like, no. Give everybody their own fresh start, their new an opportunity to love you in their way. Also, I know that some people make a list. Are you into the list, sis?
I make lists for everything. That's just my
You
life.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I had one. Matter of fact, me and Felicia made a list. We set out, and girl, let me tell you, we set out in a parking lot. We set out in a parking lot. I forgot the name of that restaurant. And we made a list of qualities that we wanted in our husbands. Like even down to their height, child. The
My
height,
list ain't that specific.
it was super specific. We prayed on it. We put it in the Bible. We left it there. That did not work. I felt like now looking back on my list, it was super shallow. It was what I probably just wanted, but not what I needed.
Yeah.
What I thought would be cute, but not what would work best for me. I don't know. The list situation ain't really work for me. You said you make a list with everything, but
I make a list for like literally every part of my life. I make a list every night before I go to bed for the things I have to do the next day. Like I have lists for everything.
Oh, I got okay now. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So I got those. I put them in the notes in my phone.
Structured for me. Like I have more like personality traits that I need. Like I need someone that has compassion. I need somebody that has patience. I need somebody who doesn't suck up all the air in the room. Who there's room for me and him to be big in the room.
Yes.
That's a really big thing for me because it's hard to come by.
It is. You're so right about that. And especially if their energy is negative.
Yes.
Or if they're having a negative, like a little moment, it affects everybody in the room with them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
so that's a big one for me. But I make these lists, especially when it comes to like dating and such, because you meet somebody and then you have like, they have that vibes and they're fun, chemistry, and then I just kind of get distracted. I'm like, well, that's not so bad. Oh, well, that's not so bad. So my list is what helps me that I made in like my sober mind, my butterfly's mind, to help me, stay on focus of like, these are the things the core things that you need. There's some other things that can be variables, but like core things that you need.
Now, a list like that, I get. A list with, like, I want him to have this kind of job, and I want him to have this, because that was another thing. What kind of relationship, which is very important, does he have with his ex-wife or the mother of his children? Like, what's this? Yeah, it is important. That is important. But there are some other things some wants that I feel sometimes are just like, okay, girl, like now you're being too picky.
Let's talk about Angie. Anybody who owns a home knows how much work it takes. Whether you're dealing with daily maintenance, emergency fixes, or even a dream renovation, it's so hard to find the right help. Luckily, Angie has been connecting people with skilled pros for over 30 years, and they've made it easier than ever to get your home projects done well. Because Angie gives you access to a nationwide network of tradespeople with the right skills, experts in over 50 categories, from plumbing and landscaping to roofing and remodels. Just bring Angie your project, answer a few questions, and Angie connects you with nearby pros who match your needs. You can easily read reviews, check out photos of past work, and request and compare quotes to find your best price, which means you could tackle the next home project in just a few taps. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their homes. Download the free Angie app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com. Let's talk about Angie. Anybody who owns a home knows how much work it takes. Whether you're dealing with daily maintenance, emergency fixes, or even a dream renovation, it's so hard to find the right help. Luckily, Angie has been connecting people with skilled pros for over 30 years, and they've made it easier than ever to get your home projects done well. Because Angie gives you access to a nationwide network of tradespeople with the right skills, experts in over 50 categories, from plumbing and landscaping to roofing and remodels. Just bring Angie your project, answer a few questions, and Angie connects you with nearby pros who match your needs. You can easily read reviews, check out photos of past work, and request and compare quotes to find your best price, which means you could tackle the next home project in just a few taps. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their homes. Download the free Angie app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com. Let's talk about Angie. Anybody who owns a home knows how much work it takes. Whether you're dealing with daily maintenance, emergency fixes, or even a dream renovation, it's so hard to find the right help. Luckily, Angie has been connecting people with skilled pros for over 30 years, and they've made it easier than ever to get your home projects done well. Because Angie gives you access to a nationwide network of tradespeople with the right skills, experts in over 50 categories, from plumbing and landscaping to roofing and remodels. Just bring Angie your project, answer a few questions, and Angie connects you with nearby pros who match your needs. You can easily read reviews, check out photos of past work, and request and compare quotes to find your best price, which means you could tackle the next home project in just a few taps. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their homes. Download the free Angie app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
What are some things that you're just like really like, okay, that's that might be asking too much.
What is my list? Or what's my
Yeah, and then I give you mine.
wants?
Few of like the shallow things. Like he needs to be over 6'6", or he needs to drive this kind of car.
That's not on my list.
But it is on some of the folks. It's
It is on some
of the,
folks' list. I mean, I
it
have
is.
stuff I have a thing for teeth. I would love him to have like a beautiful smile. Doesn't have to
Smile.
be
Mhm.
perfection. I spent good money on braces twice. Like I would like somebody that's invested in their teeth. It's a thing. It's a want. I'm 5'2", so 6 foot is not like necessary for me, but like 5'10", I like someone who has like a little height on me when I still have on like my good heels.
Yes. Yes.
Um, and then obviously, like, I don't want him to be broke. He doesn't have to be like making tons and tons and tons, but like, I travel a lot. I have a really nice lifestyle. I would like someone who I can do those things with.
Okay, me and you for real got the same things on our list. A smile is very important to me. Height matters a little bit because I'm 5'7". I'm not a giant. But yes,
Hmm.
like you said, I want to put on my good heels and still want
Cute,
him to,
girly,
I
and
want to look
cute.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to look up a little bit.
mm, mm. Across, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. In the right package, fine. But like, I like to
Yes.
like, just a little up, a little lash, you know.
Yeah, a little bit. I want to bat. I need to
Yeah,
bat a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, cool. I just don't want my girls out here making this long list based off of something they done seen off of TikTok or IG. Like he has to have a bouquet of, I need flowers every Friday and I need that. And it's like, girl, that ain't all the way real.
I mean,
Okay.
I like flowers. Don't I mean, but it's not a,
Is it a
I get it. I know what you're
requirement?
saying.
I don't think it needs to be a like a all the time thing. Yes, of course I want a thoughtful man. I need some romance. Some of the lists now are based off of what we're seeing on social media and what we think relationships, what's involved in a relationship like nowadays. Like we got to fly private all the time, or he needs to have this, or that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, girl, it's more
No.
important things.
I need like the meat and potatoes of like what I got to deal with on like a day-to-day basis because every day is
Yep.
not Valentine's Day.
Not,
Some days you just, like these are the things we need to do to like, go through our lives. And do you have patience or do you have compassion? Are you easy to anger? That's another one.
ooh,
Like
yes.
I need to know, do you argue well? Are we trying to
Uh-huh.
find a resolution? Are you trying to take jabs? Are you trying to be right? Are you trying to be heard? Things like that are things that matter to me because that's like, that's me dealing with you on a very
Day-to-day
personal,
basis.
intimate, day-to-day basis. Yeah.
Yeah. Or do you get quiet and shut down?
Girl, I can't do that.
I can't do
Can't
it.
do that.
Do you know my therapist told me that's a form of punishment?
It is. It's somebody
It
who's
is
been
a
on the receiving end
form.
of it. Yes, it is. Emotional abuse,
Yes, yes.
actually.
It
Yeah.
is emotional abuse. I've had someone tell me, like, I'm shutting down because I don't want to say something that's going to hurt you, or I don't want to do something that I'll regret later. And I'm like, no, I think there needs to be some emotional maturity here, and we need to be able to communicate without crossing the line. You feeling like, okay, I'm just going to ignore you, or I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, I'm all for,
Um,
like, it's a heated situation. Nobody wants to be
yeah,
screaming back and forth. Like, take a walk, clear your head, take a
yeah.
drive, do what you need to do, come on back, and let's have a conversation. But that, like, endless days or week with one word responses or any responses or delayed responses, I'm like, go, just go, just go.
Well, stay over there.
Exactly. You
And
went,
also
so stay.
communicate. Exactly.
Yeah.
And also communicate that and say, hey, listen, I just need a beat. Like, I need to
Yeah.
take a beat. Give me a little bit. I'm gonna take a walk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a walk. And when we get back,
We could
we're
talk.
gonna talk about this. We can
Yeah.
talk about this. But I'm not running away from you. I'm not running away from this conversation. I just need to cool off a bit. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. We
I
looking for the
try to
same
do
thing.
things.
You found your
I
thing.
did, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
So to
I gotta go
answer,
find my thing.
I feel like you will in the right time. And to sis that asked the question, like, it can happen. I am here to say it is possible. It is so possible. Is it perfect? No, but is it possible? Absolutely. And he does even the littlest things to remind me, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got my human. I got my person. I got someone who is always considering me. I got someone who is patient with me, who is kind, who, chooses his words wisely, even in the heated moments. The way he loves my children, like he loves them like they're his own. That was even something that he said to me when he was proposing to me. And that's honestly how I knew he was proposing. Cause I was like, why are you, what is happening?
What are you
We're
doing
having a
down there?
photo shoot. What are you doing down there? And then he said something about Gianna and Tyson. I was like, oh, it's happening.
Is this happening?
It's, it's happening. But he shows love for them every single day. The way he supports me, like it's out here. It's out here. I think I just think time, and I think also trying new things. I don't know, going new places. You might just meet somebody
Yeah.
new. I don't know.
I'd
Child.
be outside. I'd be seeing what's
Yeah.
out there.
Look, do that. I never thought that in a million years, like I could be in Raleigh, North Carolina, and just like this guy is showing me all of these beautiful things, taking me to museums. We're having conversation. Like I feel like you got to go to like an Atlanta, a New York, a California, a Miami. Like you can really go to cool. Like I'm trying to be careful with my words because Raleigh is a great city, but I never would have thought that I would have met my person in Raleigh, but I did,
But you
and
did.
it's great.
I love it. Last question. What are you doing in Toronto?
Filming.
What are you filming?
I'm filming a movie for Lifetime,
What is
so
it called? Can you tell us?
don't know if I can tell. I'm scared to
What
tell.
is it about?
Well, here's the
What
thing.
character are you playing?
I am I'm a lead,
Okay.
and it's a
Excellent.
it's a murder mystery film. I'll give you that. And I
Okay.
used to be afraid to play in murder mysteries. Like if you know anything about me, I'm a whole scaredy cat. And I don't like murder mysteries. I can't watch them. The music is weird and it just gives me weird energy. But I'm trying new things.
Okay.
So here I am playing a lead
You
in a
are.
murder mystery.
I
Yeah.
love it. Well, as soon as you can tell us about it, we will support whatever it comes on because we love seeing you on our screen, especially in the lead roles.
Thank you.
You're so
Thank you.
welcome.
And thank you for the support on the show. Like for real, like playing Rashida has just been overwhelming. Like it's a blessing. I'm loving the feedback on the show, and I pray we get more seasons so you
Oh, girl,
guys
you
can
getting
keep
more
on
seasons.
enjoying.
You getting more
I
seasons.
look,
You
my
know that.
fingers is over here crossed. All
You
right.
getting more seasons. It's just a matter of time. They got to announce it and figure out budgets. You getting more seasons.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Kadeen. Shout out to Kadeen. Shout out to Portia. Shout out to Jen. Shout out to Brianna. Like I just shout out to Vaughn. The whole cast. And of
Yeah.
course, Mr. Perry himself. I really, really love my sisters. And when I tell you we cool for real. We got our own little text thread chat situation going, and we check on each other. It's a real sisterhood. situation. So what you're saying is a real thing.
I love that. Wasn't she the best? You see, like mid-interview, she was like, "So what's on your list?" And I was like, "Oh, wait, I'm sorry, excuse me? I'm interviewing you. You're not interviewing me." And then like, yeah, I don't talk about dating and relationships and all that shit anymore. Not publicly. Not even privately. People start talking to me about dating and relationships, and I just like glossed over. They're like, "D, what do you think?" And I'm like, I think people should do what makes them happy. You are a whole relationship expert. Like you're literally like a certified life coach. And I was like, am I still certified? I haven't redone my certification in years. They're like, but surely you have an opinion. I don't. I think everyone should just do what makes them happy. Unless it's like really stupid. And I'd be like, that's dumb. And then, that's not the point. The point is, thank you to LeToya Luckett for being just fucking amazing. And then also to you all, the listeners, for your patience with me while I figure out my hair all day Tuesday into Wednesday to get this podcast up. I appreciate you. And we'll be back. Don't ask me when. I thought we were going to go back to 2 episodes. I actually like doing 2 episodes because we still didn't talk about half the stuff we need to talk about. Like Karrueche and Dion, which I'm not even bad at. People are like, oh my God, he's an old man. I'm like, she's 37. He know why he there and she know why she there. People are like, oh my God, it's a 20-year age difference. She a grown-ass woman. It's one thing when it's like 27 and 47. Like, come on. She just got a frontal lobe, bruh. What are you doing? 37, that's a grown-ass woman. A grown-ass woman has decided she wants to be with a really grown-ass man. They're like, but he's falling apart. The man ain't got no bladder. He ain't got no toes. Like, what you doing? She know that. He also got like something like $60 million liquid. And he's like fucking prime time. He's like a living legend. She a grown-ass woman, 37. That nigga got a type though, for real. This the third woman we know of him publicly claiming. He like what he like. She looked like a young version of his ex, who also looked like his ex-wife. Is there anything other major we need to talk about? Hulk Hogan's racist ass died? Good riddance. People are like, oh my God, he was an 80s icon. Yeah, and he was like a post-millennial racist. If you care more about him being an icon than you care about him being a racist, then also tell me you too are a racist, or at least self-hating. I saw white people falling out online. You don't understand what Hulk Hogan meant to 80s kids. I was an 80s kid. I completely understand what he meant to 80s kids. He was like a real-life superhero, which I was fine with, thinking he was a real-life superhero until, we found out he was a raging fucking racist, at which point the raging racist trumps real-life superhero because racism actually matters to me. Nostalgia is nice. Racism trumps nostalgia. You could at least point out, like, he was an 80s icon. He was a real-life superhero, and he was a racist. Don't negate the racism. Don't pretend it was like, oh, some inconvenient part of him. Like, oh, he found God before he died. Well, he spent most of his life being a racist, and in his final hours, he repented because he didn't want to go to hell. Is that really repenting, or is that just trying to avoid going to hell? Oh, there was good black news. What's the girl's name? She cursed me out on Boiler Alert. Clarissa Shields. She is still the women's heavyweight champion of the world. And she posted something about Papoose. She always posting about that man, about like how great he is, what a great support he is, how she couldn't do anything without him, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know, like, this is still somebody else's husband, right? She had posted something about Papoose before. I think like Baller Alert or somebody had like reposted it. She posted something like, every man doesn't cheat. My boyfriend doesn't cheat. And like, I couldn't help myself. This is 5 minutes after saying I don't talk about relationships anymore. I'm a hypocrite. Stay with me. She writes that and I responded. And not to her page. I'm responding on Baller Alert. And I was like, she is aware that her boyfriend is still somebody else's husband, right? There are people who have boyfriends that do not cheat, full stop. Your boyfriend, however, is cheating with you because he's still married. People are like, oh, but they're separated. Separated equals still married. They don't even live in the same house. Remy is dating somebody else very publicly. The marriage is dead. Dead, yes. Remy also has moved on as much as you're able to do while still being legally married. If Pat dies tomorrow, whatever is in his name, whatever he owns, anything that is in his name, first dibs are his children and his wife. Remy, not you, his girlfriend, who he, quote unquote, does not cheat on because he's cheating with you. But anyway, I said this on Baller Alert, to which she like cursed me out in the comments. And I was like, I mean, you could be mad, but what I said is facts. You might not like the facts, but the facts are your boyfriend is still married. Look, if you want to date somebody who's separated, like, it is what it is. But you just got to be honest about, like, what the fuck you doing? She responded to me again. I don't remember what it was. I don't feel like scrolling for the screenshots. It was feisty and fired up. And maybe if it was somebody else, I would have kept going back and forth. But I was like, this lady literally punches people in the face for a living. And the way my life works, I end up crossing paths with people that I talk shit about. Some people I don't care. Like, what's the pastor who called his wife the North Face? End up sitting behind him at the Usher concert. And then my friend was like, do you want to take a picture of you and your wife? His wife, a tall lady. She could have punched me in my face. I ain't say nothing bad about her, though. I ain't say nothing bad about her. He was on stage the other day saying something nasty, filthy, licking out his tongue. Talk about the only thing he eats is his wife. And I was like, I was horrified. He was trying to make a point about being faithful. The lie detector determined that was a lie, but you're faithful now. He was showing a video trying to make Mary some brisket. I'm done. I'm becoming delusional and I'm sober. Oh my God, I'm done. Okay, bye. Sorry, back. Okay, so in the time that it took me to edit this episode, Shannon Sharpe just got fired from ESPN. Sports Business Journal was reporting he was making $6.5 million. He infamously, because we talked about it in detail, I read the lawsuit on here in an episode. 21-year-old OnlyFans model. She was a person of no color. She accused Shannon Sharpe of sexual abuse, assault. She said he was choking her out on a regular basis against her will and some other things. I blocked a lot of that lawsuit out. But she has sued him for $50 million. And he recently settled, maybe last week. People online keep saying 23 million. I haven't been able to find a reputable source that has posted the number, but he settled the lawsuit for sure. There was a statement released by his attorney, and then she posted a notice that she was retiring from OnlyFans. And there was a woman online, I cannot remember her name. She read that man for filth, and she was like, you created generational wealth off of your low self-esteem as being an uneducated, country, dumb black man. And I was like, God damn. I ain't got low self-esteem. I ain't country and I ain't a black man. My heart hurt listening to her read him. Everything she said was accurate, though. Dorian said a good read is one with truth. It was sad. This whole situation is sad. Shannon Sharpe, we need to wrap up this episode, so I'm not going to go too deep on it. Shannon Sharpe, that Cat Williams interview, last time I checked, had done something like 60 million views. He said he made more off ads on YouTube than he did the whole time he was playing in the NFL. People keep talking about this number, 23 million of the settlement keeps floating around. And people note that in his NFL career, he made $22 million. You wanting to be treated like a black buck and you wanting to choke out this white girl on some real like Eldridge Cleaver, Soul on Ice type shit. Shannon Sharpe had so much potential. Tens of millions of people watched that Cat Williams interview. And then he had the job with ESPN. He was going on tour with Chad, merchandising. He really was becoming like a cultural force. I think Saturday Night Live made fun of him too, which, you know, nobody wants to be parodied. But by the time you get parodied by Saturday Night Live, you are a pop culture moment. Just fumbled it. Some people can't handle attention, fame. There should have been something, some sort of stopgap in him that is just like, you know what? I'm on to something. Like I got real potential here. I could really make this blow. I need to cut out the dumb shit in my life and focus. I would understand better if he was 20 some odd years old because it's never happened to you before. But you had a whole NFL career. You've been a professional. You've been a celebrity before. Like you got the TV deal with ESPN. You're used to being in the spotlight. You know the scrutiny and the bullshit that comes with it. I'm nowhere near Shannon Sharpe's level of popularity, and I know it far too well. Unc got years on me. Some people just can't get their shit together, and he didn't. And it's literally cost him financially between the settlement. You could just see based on who he's booking, like the prestige of the podcast is going down. And now losing his ESPN job, his good job, you blew it, bruh. Also, while I was editing, Kamala Harris, there was much speculation that she was going to run for governor of California. She announced earlier today she, in fact, is not running for governor. And my first thought was, is she going to run for president again? She posted on socials. I saw it on Instagram. She wrote, quote, I am a devout public servant. I'm not reading the whole thing, just the highlights. It has been a profound honor to do that work and serve the people of California and our nation as prosecutor, attorney general, United States senator, and vice president. Come on, resume. She said, in recent months, I've given serious thought to asking the people of California for the privilege to serve as their governor. I love this state, its people, and its promise. It is my home. But after deep reflection, I've decided that I will not run for governor in this election. She says, for now, my leadership and public service will not be in elected office. I look forward to getting back out and listening to the American people, helping elect Democrats across the nation who will fight fearlessly and sharing more details in the months ahead about my own plans. In the United States of America, power must lie with the people, and we, the people, must use our power to fight for our freedom, opportunity, fairness, and the dignity of all. I will remain in that fight. Actually, now that I'm reading the whole thing, that doesn't sound like she's going to run for president. Well, no, for now, my leadership and public service will not be in elected office. That means she's not running for governor in 2026. That don't mean nothing about 2028. I commented under the post and I said, look, Kamala Harris has already done more than enough. If she chooses not to do another damn thing ever, if she decides to go lay in the bed, her and Doug, that is fine. She's already done enough. Now, if she wants to do more, thank you. Thank you. But also, you've already done enough. And thank you for that, too. So we'll see. I really can't call it. I don't know what she's going to do. But folks been hollering, where's Kamala? Where's Kamala? Where's Kamala? She's minding her private citizen business. And now she's posting on Instagram telling you that she ain't running for governor. You could wait to find out what's next. That still ain't everything. That's all y'all get for today. Bye. Just bye.
Anybody who owns a home knows how much work it takes. Luckily, Angie has been connecting homeowners with skilled pros for 30 years, and they've made it easier than ever to tackle home projects. Angie's nationwide network has experts in over 50 categories, from plumbing and landscaping to roofing and remodels. You can easily read reviews, see photos of past work, and request and compare quotes to find your best price. Join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to get the job done well. Download the free Angie app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.